All right, hello everybody. Welcome back to Javasim Weekly Race, the 11th, and today we are going to race in Paul Ricard, and we're going to start the qualify in about like 5 minutes. So stay tuned. Udah bentar. Okay, so here's the testing purpose for better audio quality. As you guys noticed in our previous live broadcasts, we have some issue on audio echoing. So we are trying to figuring out how is the best and possible solution to figuring out and getting rid of some echo in our broadcast. And it's one of the technical challenges we face during the live broadcast is trying to figure out all the technical challenges we face because as you know guys that we are still trying to and still learning in all of the process, and one of the aim is to like trying to use all the best equipment we have and doing some experiment. Oke, confirm udah yang terakhir udah bagus banget. Jadi sempat echoing di awal, terus endingnya tuh jadi bagus banget. Oke. Alright. Hello everybody. Welcome back to Javasim Weekly Race on the 11th series. Very excited today because it's going to be a brand new track for me. Paul Ricard is one of the tracks that is not commonly being used in most of the online race because it's not so popular among like the other track like Spa, like Monza, like Barcelona, and anything that we always face on the public multiplayer or the online racing league. And today is very interesting because Paul Ricard is one of the track is not popular, but I think I tried it once a couple of days ago, and I think Paul Ricard has a lot of potential to be one of the most favorite track for me because apart from its being has a very beautiful layout, as you can see here in our live streaming, we can see there is such a like seamless lines. I can say like the track is very unique. You can see there is a blue and red lines on the dark asphalt. So instead of using gravel, this track using the asphalt for all of the side tracks, which makes it very unique because each of the drivers is able to like trying to be as I can say as aggressive as possible. Like when you trying to be really wide open on the corner, you can make sure that your car is still safe. It's like when you're hitting the gravel and you lose all the pressure. And in this track, it's very safe for you to just go off the track and just trying to pacing from the outside, even you're just like sacrificing all the times and points you have because you might getting penalty, but still you will be able to survive during the race. And another thing that is going to be interesting on this track is because it has a very long straight, following up by a very high speed corner, which makes this track also very challenging on one particular sections and sector on the track. Yeah, so here's about the Paul Ricard for me, guys, and let me know what you think about Paul Ricard in the live comment section in our YouTube channel. It will always be nice. It's going to be very interesting to be a very interactive in your YouTube channel because I see like in the past live broadcasts, I don't see any much interactions. And yeah, it's also going to be our first time to using English as our language in the live broadcast. And one of the reasons why we're doing this is because we have 2 or maybe more drivers from outside Indonesia joining this race. So welcome to, I see here there's Reyes and there's the other person. Yeah, trying to figure out the name. Aldo Balaguan. Okay, welcome Reyes and Aldo Balaguan. It's very nice to have you guys here experiencing the fun race, the weekly race with the Javasim community. And Javasim's community also consists of people from a different teams. So basically they are hosting a race which is like, it's really similar, and we're trying to really mimic the upcoming online competition race in one of the active league in Indonesia. It's called Indonesia Racing League. And to give some, to facilitate drivers to have the real practice among the real drivers. So we are trying to facilitate and provide them server to just see how competes you against your peers. So yeah, we're on the qualifying session right now. It's 11 times left. And you can see here, these people are still on pitting. People are trying to have some hot lapping. And yeah, let's see guys, how is it going? And currently, as you see, there is the distributions of the car manufacturer is pretty, I can see it's still dominated by the McLaren. It's still one of the most people choice for the Azuda Corsa competition because currently it still has some a little bit higher in the balance of performance from many of the drivers' research. So McLaren is a very good car in such a medium, not only medium track but also long track, even high speed, and also I mean, this car has a very balanced performance among all the type of the tracks. But also one of the challenges from people was using the McLaren is because it has such a unique car handling, because the engine position is slightly different than most of the car in the GT3. And yeah, it's nice to see people are using McLaren, because I personally really admire the looks of the McLaren 720S. And let me know if you guys also McLaren as one of your favorite car. And the other car I can see here is dominating is the Bentley, of course, the Bentley. It's a very, very good car for straight, and also able to really eat all the curbs easily, I can see, as many people are giving feedback like how good Bentley can eat all the curbs and on the straight. Yeah, so, but currently, it's Reyes is still dominating here in the free practice and the qualifying section. It's a very, very interesting for Indonesian driver to get a challenger from Philippines, I guess. So again, Reyes, a good job here. I guess most of the driver here is being very motivated with with your presence here from Philippines. So Reyes, 1 minute and 53 seconds, like giving the gap with Ranelli Edo from Indonesia. With like there's a huge gap, guys. I mean, wow. Yeah, it's almost 1 second, like 0.9. So it's still plenty of time. Speed gap is almost 1 second gap. So like most of the time, like gapping between the aliens maybe like only split like less than half second. So yeah, I can see here. I just say that. So Emma Brisky is already giving a smaller gap with Reyes. It's about like half second, guys. So yeah, go Abrisky, go and get it. I mean, yeah, it's very motivating here, and it's a very challenging. I mean, it's going to be very, very fun and exciting, guys, to see like not only Indonesian drivers competing in the weekly race, but you can see like it's about how Indonesian drivers against the drivers from outside Indonesia. So let me know, you guys, who is your hero here, because I personally, of course, I would like to give a shout out to Gugun Wiranto and Billy Ebenhazer, who is actually able to do it in the top 10 for now. And we also have another Javasim drivers here. I can see like there's an Irwan Nur Hidayat, and there is Ari Hidayat too as well, our principal, joining this race using the McLaren 720S. And Gugun and Billy Ebenhazer are using Bentley as their favorite, and this guy is also competing in the Indonesian Racing League in the pro tier. And it's always nice to see how the car is being distributed. Like for example, for the pro tier, Gugun Wiranto and Billy Ebenhazer from Javasim are using Bentley, among Vidrandra Hafas, who is using the Vantage, Aston Martin Vantage. And for the semi-pro tier, like all the folks from Javasim are using McLaren. And for the rookie tier, me myself and Pradita Utama are using the Ferrari. So the distribution and the car choice for each driver is kind of different. It's maybe also related to how easy the handling of the car. I don't say that Ferrari is easy to handle, but I personally like Ferrari because it has a very good downforce. So I guess it's easy to handle in certain situations, like compared to another car like the big car like Bentley, which I personally think that is very difficult to handle. Not only because it has the right hand steering wheel, not to mention that Indonesia also has right steering, but when you are getting used with most of the car in a Assetto Corsa competition with using the left car steering wheel, it's maybe very, very challenging for you to use the right steering wheel. Yeah, so here we go. Still, the positions didn't change that much, except I can see here that Ranelli Edo is going to the bottom to the 5 positions. There's Abiriski
Dava Nabil and Irfan Arifianto, which is getting close to our pole position race here in 1 minute and 43 seconds. On the spotlight now, Billy Evan Hazer from Javasim with the green cars combined with the matte color of the black dark color is trying to get the best time possible. Currently is still on pair with his teammate Gun Viranto, which is I can say it's a pretty common happen in the I don't know but guess in the previous race like me and Pradita Utama we are in the rookie tier like in the last in the most of the races the past races we are having a similar position like side by side when starting and in the qualifying. So it's a very interesting because it is it's a team competition there, and we just also getting many spotlights in the last race because we are actually switching position back and forth, like battling against your teammate is currently not being expected by our principal, of course, but it's actually happening. And we can see now in the qualifying session between Google Brana and William Hansel is also competing each other to getting the 7 or 8 positions, hopefully. And yeah, it's going to be interesting to see like on two drivers on or more in the same teams are starting in a similar or maybe on shoulder to shoulder with positions. So it's going to be a very interesting, especially when you can see if there's a team order being instructed by the principal. I don't say it might be happen in the race. Irfan Nur Hidayat like rocketing to the second position like 0.375 seconds. Wow, it's a very, very impressive Irfan Nur Hidayat able to really climbing up the position in the very, very drastic changes position. So Irfan Nur Hidayat is the real challenger scene in the Javasim weekly race, dominating. I can see Irfan Nur Hidayat may be the best among all the drivers here if there is no people coming from outside Indonesia. And as for your information, guys, Irfan Nur Hidayat also becoming the pole and the fastest lap, or no, these are the fastest lap on the race in the previous race of the Indonesia Racing League. So maybe he also want to show the best performance to as well in this race. But unfortunately, in the second race of Indonesia Racing League, Irfan Nur Hidayat is unable to join because he has something to do with his job. So good luck, Irfan Nur Hidayat. Hopefully you're able to keep up the points. Not sure if there is a chance for you to like trying to be climbing up from the overall and the point accumulations, but let's see. And Mobilinsky is like have no 5 seconds at all with run race. It's a 0-0-0-0. Wow, it's a very, very interesting and impressive, guys. Like this, I don't think that it's able to happen. This situation like this is a very, very uncommon situation to have people who have a 0.000 second gap with the first pole positions. So real competition is happening here. And I can see the Irfan Nur Hidayat is not able to keep up on the top 3. Dava Nabil is still trying hard to getting the position. And I can see the competition here is a very, very strong. Yeah. The spotlight is just going to one of another foreign driver who's coming to this race. So yeah, it's going to be interesting, guys. So let's get started. Okay, I'm back, guys. So 30 seconds left for the qualifying. As we can see here, Iris is able to give the pole position. Congratulations! And yeah, that 0.00 second is not happening anymore. I hope that some people are getting screenshot of that because it's a very, very uncommon situations and it's a very impressive to see two drivers have exactly the same time. So yeah, Emma Brisky, congratulations for 1 minute and 5:53 seconds, which is actually very, very cool. Brandon Reyes is like I don't can see it clearly. I can check out on the YouTube streams. They give me All right, so cannot see it clearly, but oh yeah, you can see it now. It's a 0 second, 0.216. So pretty impressive. So for the 5 top positions, it's a less than 1 second gap. Ranelli, starting from the 6, it's having the 1 second gaps. Continue going to the 10 positions. Yeah, Gugumianto. So yeah, you can see here the distribution of the times. Like you can see, there's less than 0 seconds for 5 to 1 to 5, and there's a 6 to 10, which has like less than 2 seconds gap, and the another. So there's like a 3 tiers for the times differences, and yeah, it's going to be very, very competitive and very exciting race to follow. So yeah, let's get started, guys. Very excited to be here together to watching all the drivers here to race in the next 45 minutes on the in the nights. So yeah, I haven't forgot to mention that this race is going to happen in the nights, as it's going to also simulate one of the races that we are going to continue and going on the next few days. So another challenge is about the track temperature. Not sure, like most of the driver here also have some experience on racing on the night situations. But you can see, it's going to be interesting. Yeah. Don't forget to turn on the lights, guys. Yeah, as we can see here is a brand new car. So Paul Ricard is a long track. I can say it's almost 22 minutes for the overall lap time. So it's going to be very interesting race to follow, especially on the track has like an outdoor light situation. Oh, what happened? Oh, like that mobile driver is getting disqualified just not turning on the light. Not sure. But can you confirm what's happening right now? Because I see there is such a odd situations with most of the driver is on the pit when the race is getting started. Oh, this is it. What's happening? I'll try to check out the weekly race chat. Not sure what's happening, guys. Okay, so yeah. All right. So it's starting. Yeah, we can see like many drivers are coming out from the pits, and they are still on the formation lap. I guess they are coming, giving time for drivers to do the formations and maybe getting used with the track temperature. It's currently 50 degrees Celsius for the track. With the optimum condition, it's a clear race. So it's going to be interesting. Like it's a very, very dark, guys. I mean, I still can see the lights, the blue strips and the red strips of the track side. Okay. Yeah, we're going back, guys. So there's some technical issue that's happening over back end. But yeah, we're going back. So still on the formation left. Wow. You can see that Paul Ricard is a very beautiful track on the night too as well. As you can see here, it's very, very nice to see the formations of the track paint on the side track.
Green light. Go, go, go.
All right. So it started, guys. Davanabil and Reyes are battling on the first row. So it's coming to the first corner. Reyes is actually getting more aggressive here. It's coming from the inside. It's the second corner, trying to get in from the outside. The carry on speed is very good here. As you can see, the gap is very, very minimum. And trying to get a slipstream, getting from the outside. And it's kind of that, oh no, it's that right, it's actually unable to like catch up very good with the Davanabil. So going to the corner here, as you can see, Reyes is still trying to getting up to the speed. Oh, what's happening, Reyes? Unfortunately to see you coming to the pit. What's happening? Oh, it's very unfortunately. What's happening? So Reyes. Okay. Oh, it's restarting. All right, so I almost getting very nervous again because I already want to see how his race being performed in his first time in the weekly race. It's already dominating in the qualifying, and currently really want to see how they are perform in the actual race. So the race is getting still started, guys. So there is some issue that's happening on our back end, which is actually not sure what is happening, but let's see. Yeah, to accommodate all the drivers as because like some drivers are getting kicked out from the lobby for some things that are not happening. So we are trying to accommodate all the ads because it's a weekly race and we really want to have the best experience possible for all of the drivers. So yeah, the race is being started. Hopefully you guys are patient to wait for the race because it's getting started in few seconds, I guess. Okay, so the time is getting back to the daytime. Like it's turned out that maybe our race director are still adjusting some settings in the back end. It's currently on the free practice. Yeah, so maybe the qualifying need to be restart. Not sure how we are going to handling this type of situations, but yeah, it's going to be another challenge for us as the event organizer to handle this kind of situation. But again, drivers is always being passionate about racing, I guess. And since this is kind of weekly fun race, so it's always nice to have the second opportunity, right, on the qualifying. So when maybe that 15 minutes time window for qualifying is I see it's not that much to get the best time possible for you guys. So hopefully when the race is being started and maybe you have to redo the qualifying, you're still good to go, and even maybe being more motivated with the things that you want to score on the leaderboards. But there's this interesting things that happening in our last race, because actually even we are restart the race, we are not doing the qualifying, so there is no re-qualifications for all the drivers, which is turned out that there's a random grid. So even we already know, like each of drivers already know the positions, each of drivers already know who is the fastest and how you're competing against your peers on the hot lap sessions. But on the race, the actual race, the drivers is actually having the random positions. So it's getting very more interesting, because like most of the fastest drivers and the faster drivers are getting in the random places. Like some of them getting started from the back positions, which is a very exciting thing I can say, to see how that fast driver are passing their peers and climbing from the bottom and even to the first, I mean to the top positions. This is what we saw on the previous race,
Green light. Show them
which
where
is
to
a
go.
very interesting to watch. So even there's a rush restart, I can say it might be way more interesting for you guys to see and to follow for the race. So yeah, let's go. All right. We have like 40 drivers now. And talking about the drivers, so let's say the first competition has a very challenging situation when you have more cars on the track. Because actually CPUs like the calculating all the physics, all the content. It's not being burdened on the system, of course, but the server, like the tracking of each of the car, and bringing back and forth with all the driving and the system. And even the other companies also have like give you some like warning, I can say from the beginnings, that if you choose the feasible car,
10
it's
seconds.
more than certain number of cars, or maybe like when you choose the race participants is more than 30, the frame rate might be getting dropped because the CPU usage is can be like way more than the ideal car that's coming. So yeah, race is starting. You can see there's a random grid here. Okay, what's happening, guys? There's a random grid in our race. So, Gama Harris is getting the first position in our random grid, followed by Mada Andika, Bobby Boba Susin, Boba Susinto, there's Bobby Susanto, there's Ari Hidayat, really even highest rating of it's what is reason for Ari over doing? But it's still a random position, so I think can have fun. And Belmiro. That's true, right? And it's not a common name for me. Maybe he also come from the outside Indonesia. So you can see the ping also a little bit high. There's Al Balagulan and Run Race also have a big ping here. So maybe there are these guys that are coming from outside Indonesia. So again, guys, welcome to our weekly race. We always welcome to all the drivers who want to join and gather among the Indonesia drivers community in Javasim. And hopefully it's going to be, I will also able to see you guys soon in the next race. Or even maybe also follow some racing that currently is happening in Indonesia. And we can see like in some of the racing that are currently happening, the world things that are organized by HM Engineering. It's actually also have drivers coming from Indonesia. It's always nice to see and to show up with your friends, your family. Hey, guys, hey friends, I am racing against the driver from Russia and the driver from the States. It's always nice to represent the nation and with a nationality spirit along with your spirit of driving. So it's going to be very nice too as well. And of course, that in Javasim we also have that kind of big achievement when we're following the league of the race, the legend of the race league, which is like not so far back is happening. We able to like getting and secure the championship for the amateur. So shout out again to Bidung Wiranto is able to champion the AM tier of the Legend of Race online race. It's happening in the past racing. So some of them are here. I can see there's a long train, so 40 drivers on the long track. It's going to be very interesting to see how the driver will have the various skills competing each other. It's especially with this random track and this random formation of. It's a very beautiful guys, isn't it? So to see how is it like on the very colorful laps and very colorful tracks with the shiny asphalt. So Paul Ricard, I have seen some history of that. So Paul Ricard is actually a track is being built by a rich man just because he wants to have that kind of experience of building a track. And it's not that Paul Ricard is one of the tracks that has a very secure and the most secure tracks in the world. And it also being built on a peak, so it's a very flat. There is no such drastic elevation change here.
Green light. Give it
And driver is about to start, so Dava Haris is leading, followed by Mada Andika with Ferrari. Dava Haris is going to the first corner, and as you can see here, it's going very full go. What on the outside? Hey, no, what's happening? Oh my god! Because it's a little romantic situation, maybe the horse didn't see the corner. Oh my god! So it's going on the spotlight. So not sure what's happening with Dava Haris here. Oh, we can see there's a crash happening on the backside. So Mada Andika is securing. Oh, Madadika is getting on the bottom position. Not sure what's happening, guys. So Madadika is currently on bottom positions. Oh, there is some glitch happening with the overall position of the car. So, yeah, forget about that. Madadika on the third position using Ferrari is not so common because I think most of the time Madadika are using Bentley or something. He is now using Ferrari, which is actually very interesting, guys. Yeah, Madadika from MRSP Motorsports is going in the third positions, trying to battling Bobby Susanto and Billy Van Heiser. There's a traffic is happening right now. Oh. Hey guys, take it easy. There is no need to really kicking the marking on the track side. So Mada Andika is still on the spotlight right now, followed by Dava Haris. Is trying to getting from the inside. Jafar is Mardika is trying to give him a chance, so it's a very good racecraft and from Mardika just to take it easy on the very first lap. And yeah, so the overlay is missing. Oh, it's a replay. Okay, nice. Yeah, so we can saw the replay. So Mardika on the fourth position now, because he is giving up position to Dava Haris by going outside on the track and just take it easy on the first lap. And I can see if Madadika is actually just giving forward to Dava Haris. Russell Reyes, our hero from Philippines, is trying to keep up the position. So currently is on the 6th, is trying to passing Akil. And yeah, since Michael might be see that Ran Reyes is also have a Russell Reyes is having a very good pace. Is giving up the position. Russell Reyes is trying now to getting close to Mada Andika with Ferrari. And Ran Reyes is using Aston Martin right now. So it's a very interesting to see how the gap is currently being increasing. Gunranto with the Bentley Continental also trying to passing the M Akil. So So as can we see here, guys, if the random position, we can see there's a lot of passing over time with all the drivers here. So very, very interesting indeed. So side by side on the straight, it's going to be very challenging on the first corner. So getting the fifth here, I guess. Gugun Wiranto, very, very good, going to the inside. And there is no chance for M. Akil to really keep up here because of very, very 3 wide here. Oh my god, but it's really safe for the track like a Paul Ricard because it has a very, very secure side track. As you can see here, there's no clash or collision whatsoever happening. So Ryan Chandra, also very good. Oh, it's going to coming back to track. It's very securely. Very, very good, Chandra. I cannot see any chance of getting collision in the drivers here. So I can see there's a lot of drivers getting really wide, trying to make. Oh my god, what's happening? Oh, so even they're going side track to keep up the speed, which is actually very dangerous, also very uncommon racing we have here. But with the Paul Ricard, anything can happen. So there's 4 wide. Oh my god, there's. So on the track is a very, very interesting, guys. So there's a position on the scene in the midfield. There's a 4 wide just happening, and we can see there's a 4 driver trying to keep up on the straight. So it's now going coming to the first corner. There's 3 wide happening, and there's 1 driver getting outside the track and just still trying to keep up on the inside. So it's a very, very unique situation, and 1 driver is trying to keep up and trying to pass back, getting defense from another driver on the front. So Ryan Chandra on the McLaren is trying to keep up the position, but also trying to passing the driver from the inside. But yeah, still not able to keep up. And Ryan Chandra with the McLaren, with the driver on the front, as now is the Alvito Dhanendra. Also using the McLaren is trying to keep up with Ryan Chandra. There's a less than 1 second gap here on the straights. It's going to be very interesting how the driver is able to really push the car on the limits, on the cold track situation, of course, on how you handle this kind of situation. Get to the high speed right hand corner, get to the 5 gear, I guess. There's a 2 wide here, and while the driver is getting off the track, but yeah, there's collision happened, guys. Almost, still under control. Oh, there's the second collision happening, so there's a caramble here. Oh my god! I can see the pressure, how the driver are contact each other, and happening it twice on the certain amount of time. So yeah, so it's like a bouncing in and bouncing out and bouncing back in again, having another hit. So hopefully there is no reasonable damage happening on the car, because it actually happened in a very, very high speed situation, and unfortunately there's no driver being sacrificed with this small contact that's happening. Emma Brisky, Muhammad Andrea Brisky from the Javasim Racing, using the McLaren, guys, another cars which is still a favorite among most of the drivers here, are trying to keep up on the 12, going with the Irfan Arifianto. So yeah, there's a lot of trend here, guys. So there's a 40 driver, which is actually very, very lot. There's a lot of drivers. There's many drivers is participating, and I guess there's a lot of traffic is happening, even when the driver is going to have some passing lap, when the drivers can have the out lap among other drivers. So Java Nabil from one of the supremacy I can say team on Indonesia, going the track, going to the right, trying to pass, and able to have such a chance from the inside. So Java Nabil is trying to getting past of M. Akil here and trying to keep up the positions. Oh, it's getting wide. And following by N. Rahul. So N. Rahul is actually one of the drivers is also really fast in the rookie tier. I cannot say the rookie or maybe semi-pro driver, because actually the time is pretty much similar if we say about the top drivers in each of the track. So yeah, so Java Nabil is trying to blocking with M. Rahul, and we can see there is still a lot of traffic here, guys, happening in the midfield. Java Nabil with the GMX Juniors getting on the first corner on the fourth lap. There is no such a... Okay, so it's happening is Gary Kurniawan is battling with the Alpha Balagunan, I guess, the driver from the Philippines. Yeah, so we can see drivers competing against the nations. I can say here, Balagunan drivers from Philippines are trying to keep up with the Gary Kurniawans, Bineka. Interesting. Very good name, Bineka. So Kurniawan is still able to keep up and getting more gaps with the Balagunan. So good job, Gary Kurniawan. So I guess Gary Kurniawan also now passing the another car, which is the red car. I guess it's from Irfan Rifianto. I mean, one and the only driver who is using the Lexus. So Gary Kurniawan from Bineka getting on the past track. It's going to be very interesting because a lot of driver here, guys. So almost there's a 3 wide, still very safe situations. And there's the one driver have a very gap, and yeah, almost having contact here. And Rahul with another drivers having 2 wide. There's double 2 wide on the corner. Gary Kurniawan with the... Okay, very interesting, guys. All drivers have the same pace, I guess. Almost happening. Gary Kurniawan is slipping. Now it's spinning, guys. Gary Kurniawan is able to make it. He is spun the car because getting hit already very little from the corner. So on that high-speed corner, you can get that very small hitting from the side of your car. It's able to like just easily spoon your car on the side. So unfortunately, Gary had to coming back fast to able to keep up. So currently, Andrea Abiriski from Gayatri Sim Racing is having battle with Rahul and able to pass Rahul from the outside. And Rahul is trying to keep up the position from the inside, and he's trying to keep up the gap. Rahul, one of the driver, the fastest among the rookie tiers in the IRL, is trying to keep up, and maybe he doesn't want to be finished on the midfield. Trying to keep up, trying to show his strength with all the drivers on the mixed class here, mixed tier. Java Nabil now is trying to compete against the Malanika, and Reyes is having like a 6 seconds gap. So there's a lot of gaps to come up. The 6 seconds is a lot. So I guess the run race is still like long right now. So Java Nabil is trying to keep up with Andika on the track. It's going to be very interesting because he has the slipstreams happening with the car and going from the outside. Oh, it's a very good job, but still never to do it because he's getting too wide on the outside. And Madadika is still able to compete and maintain the speed on the inside. So I guess, but Java Nabil is having the much more, I guess, the ground speed and not trying to pass him on the outside. Madadika is still keeping the defense. A very good job from Madadika. And Java Nabil is still trying to pass from the onside now. And there's another corners happening, getting from the inside, I guess. Oh, but still playing safe, and Java, Madadika is able to make it, guys. He's going very wide, and I guess again Madadika is playing it safe. And yeah, and since because it's a night race, guys, I guess most of the driver is trying to play it safe because there's small mistake happening. It's maybe able to spoon your car easily because the track temperature is not as optimum or maybe as fast as when you're driving in a really maximum grips with your tire in warmer situation. So Madadika is trying to keep up and trying to also maintain his position. There's a small mistake to pay out from the battle with the Java Nabil. And going down in the 5th position, now M. Agil is trying to... Oh, Madadika is going to 12, guys. So yeah, unfortunately, Madadika, you can see the performance on the previous race, but currently on the Paul Ricard, it's unfortunate to happen, but still, it just not more than half race is happening, guys. So still, there is a lot of way to go. Madadika is now trying to keep up on the straight. As you can see, this kind of track is always about how brave you are on handling these certain situations. When you're going on the fast corner like this, as you can see, there's a Gary Kurniawan. Oh, unfortunately, Mother Andika, what's happening again? Oh my God, Mother Andika. Unfortunately, all it needs to keep up again, but fortunately. There's a spoon that is really hard, I guess, but again, it's Paul Ricard. There's always giving a driver a chance to getting back again. No such a big damage, no such a big wall, no such a gravel that makes you unable to coming back easily, because it's just pure asphalt on all the tracks. So it gives you such a good chance for it coming back strong. Aldo Belagunan, as you can see from Philippines, number 10, trying to pass, and Rahul. As you can see, the current speed is crazy. Yeah. Okay, going from the inside, also on the outside, and Rahul is a very aggressive movement there, and he's going off the track and just keep up the pace, and not trying to getting back to the position, but it's actually able to go very good here. So yeah, Aldo Balagunan. Oh, it's a nice job, Aldo Balagunan, to able to go on the 9th position. Yeah, so Velos Regasso, I guess is the team name. So I guess Aldo is also a professional team players in a racing scene, I guess, in the Philippines. It's nice to see you here, and Aldo Balagunan now in the 10th position is trying to coming up with the Gary Kurniawan. As you can see, oh my God, what's happening, guys? There's a strange movement happening, and Gary Kurniawan has to coming up very, yeah, as you can see the replay here. Oh, there is a small contact there, and Gary Kurniawan is trying to save his position, and because there's an odd situation happening with car is having contact in the front of him, and he's trying to just see the chance of getting safe and getting out that kind of situation by see the gap between the car. But unfortunately, Gary Kurniawan is unable to pass because actually the car is having such a unpredictable movement, which is touch his car from the rear and make his car spin. So again, sorry to hear that Gary Kurniawan is unable to make it up for the battle, but life must go on, the race must go on. As we can see, the Gary Kurniawan is still, oh no, so Gary now is taking the pit. So one driver is taking to the pit now, as you can see, Paul Ricard is already having such a way for them. Oh, maybe he is taking the mandatory pit, not sure, but ultimately, like all the driver, he has to take the pit because it's a mandatory pit stop for all the driver to take. So coming to the straight, Gafanabil with the 0-second gap from the top on the straight is always a very nice thing to see how drivers compete on the very high speed on the straights, to see how he can maximize the live slipstream. Irfan Arifianto, having battled with Tay Khalifi, is able to successfully getting right before the corner. I guess like Irfan Arifianto is able to maintain speed and having such a more brave and aggressive braking point, very late braking point, trying to maximize the slipstream. Colin Levy, Jamasala, Racing Esports, now in the 15th position, is battling with Ryan Chandra. Very nice. And there is not such a close gap here, but again, the split seconds gap always interesting to watch. So the pit window is already open, guys. It's a chance for all the drivers to get into the pit and serve the mandatory pits for this race. So Aldo Balagunan now is climbing to the 8th position, and he's coming to the pit for the first time. So it's a nice strategy from Aldo Balagunan. It's a very uncommon for drivers to getting pit right after the pit window is getting open. So let's see how he is going to keep up. So currently, Aldo Balagunan has to giving up some position, I guess, but it seems it's being followed by many drivers. As you can see, like Gugun Wiranto, Davan Nabil also coming to the pit. Now Gugun Wiranto also is now Isam Rahul. Nyonya Rahul, Autoclutch ID with a very good car livery. It's one of the livery that's really paying us the attention because it's very well designed. It's a very complicated, but it's very well designed. And Rahul again is being spotlight on straight, but right now Rahul has a slipstream getting from El Kill. Oh, he's passing right before, almost like still way before the right pass under corner. Getting from the outside, I guess it's going to be too wide, but yeah, it's happening. It's a slick likely bad calculation from Rahul to really push from the outside. But as I can see, the Ranaldi Edo is getting from the inside, from the back of the Rahul, because actually he has maybe good pace and carry on more speed, and Rahul is slightly make some mistakes on the corner. So it's a battle between three drivers with the less than seconds gap here. Ranaldi Edo, of course, one of the podcaster, professional racing driver, and also sim racing center manager, I guess. Ranaldi Edo is passing all the drivers here. Oh my god. Oh, now he's climbing to the fourth position, I guess to the third position as well, because Billy Evans is actually taking the pit. So very impressive driving from Ranaldi Edo is able to keep up the positions. Rioloho, another driver from Gayatri Team Racing. It's very nice to see how SCC actually can able to spotlight driver from the same team. So yeah, not sure because actually we are using the auto switch from the system currently. Oh, it's manual. Okay, Om Dida. Om Dida is our people behind our live broadcasting. So yeah, I forgot to mention you guys that the live streaming broadcast overlay is currently on the in development under maintenance progress. So we're coming back stronger with a better overlay representation. So stay tuned. Always exciting to see how Didit has come up with some innovations for our live streaming broadcast. Not to mention, we're also working on some innovation on the hardware. We're trying to provide such an affordable and also good solution for each driver to give not only immersive driving experience, but also to having such a make them faster to get some more data on. Oh, I can see you guys. So there's the Air Septian, which is having battle with the three of the driver here. So Billy Evan Harris is just getting pulled out from the pit. Is followed by Air Kurniawan and Septian. There's a battle because I think Kurniawan is being overlapped here, and there's so side by side here. Air Kurniawan is trying to battle Billy Evan Hazard on the strikes. It's a very dangerous situation. Hope there's nothing happening, but yeah, again, it's safe. Glad to see such a things to worry for this corner because most of the time it's going to be very dangerous situation when you're side by side with another peers, and especially when on the mixed tire like this, when each driver might be have a different braking positions or braking points and maybe slightly different pace on the race, which just makes you has to be very more aware and careful with your surrounding, and trying to predict how the drivers behave is one of the key success of driving in such a multiplayer lobby like this with many drivers from different levels. So Ersepians coming to the pit, surfing among some drivers here. So the pit window is like only 5 minutes left. So Air Reyes, I guess it didn't have to take the pit yet. So this will be very interesting changing. People like Ranaldi Edo is now on second positions, but it has like 32 seconds with the top tire hit. So Reyes, wow, it's a very, very strong competitor coming to the Javasim weekly race. Is this going to be sign for the Filipino invasions to our Indonesia sim racing scene? I can see there's some drivers from Philippines. I guess like on the League of Legend of Racers. There's a Moreno also coming from Philippines, I guess, and there's a lot of I think there's some of the drivers too on the HM Engineering Online League, which is we are also competing, also coming from Philippines. So it's always nice to see people from Southeast Asia because the time difference is also not that much. Yeah, Deva Nabil and Han Haris here is side by side, and it's the I guess a slightly different breaking point and carry on speeds. So Dava Nabil is able to keep up better here, and Haris is yeah trying to close the gap. Let's see how drivers been competing each other. The Mercedes and the McLaren is actually two car brand which is actually has a very very different car form. As you can see how the Mercedes have a very long car hood, which is makes the visibility might be also affected how you able to handle the car easily, especially on the predicting with the car in front of you. So Emma Brisky with the Billy Ebenezer 0.377 time gap is trying to competing one of the fastest driver of Javasim, Billy Ebenezer, which is actually just being interviewed, guys, by Randy Edo on his Sim podcast. So go check the GSR podcast channel. You can follow the guest. Okay, so oh my God! So Emma Brisky is able to passing Billy Ebenezer from the inside. I don't think Billy Ebenezer is going to take it easy for this. I guess he's going to try hard to compete with Andrea Brisky from Gayatri Sim Racing. This is going to be competition between two of the team. So Billy Ebenezer, yeah, I guess getting much speed here and trying to get on some slipstream and going from the outside, passing Abrisky and see whether Abrisky giving chance from Billy Ebenezer to passing him. And a slightly different racing line is being took here, but the action is pretty much the same. And Billy Ebenezer, oh, I can see it's a breaking hard, a little bit down there to just make it safe and not hitting the Abrisky from the back. So yeah, I can say it's a good job for the Ebenezer not to push that aggressive, especially with the night condition like this, where the visibility and the track condition is it's still the same. It's a 15 degrees Celsius. Maybe it's a combination between the tire is getting hot and also being countered by the cold situation of the track. So the pit window is less than 1 minute now, and Raneldi Edu on first positions is still not having his pit stop being served. So is that a mistake from Raneldi Edo, or he is like just intentionally leaving the pit lane because he just wants to compete and he carry on enough fuel? Maybe not sure, but it's always nice to see how each of the driver giving the strategy, and yeah, of course with the fuel consumptions. With a long track like a Paul Ricard, with 45 minutes, it should be a lot of fuel to be carry on, but 13 seconds, 12, 10 seconds. Renelli, come on, it's your last chance to getting into the pit, and here we go. It's a very, very brave movement and strategy from Renelli. It's a very, very nice. Renelli able to serve the pit in the last seconds, guys. So it's a precise time. Wow, very impressive strategy from Renaldo. And let's see whether he is able to like giving that pit sign out from his mark. Yeah, so Yeah, so it's still Ronaldo on the first positions, followed by Reyes. Let's see if he able to serve it successfully. So it's coming back to the track. Made Andika with the Ferraris trying to getting slap stream from the air audience. Yeah, going from the inside, Made Andika getting a very good slipstream. It's a brave movement. As we can see, he is having such a better pace here. And let's see whether he is going from the inside. It's a good situation for them. And Air Audience, of course, have a good, better racing line. They have the same exit. And now Air Audience having a good slipstream from Made Andika. As we can see here now, Made Andika is still trying to defend the position. It's getting wide from the Air Audience. Unfortunately, Air Audience, Made Andika, a very, very good job to getting up to the speed. As we can see, Made Andika is also facing the multiple challenges and multiple difficult situations during the race because he actually have to going out very, very wide and getting punted from the behind, from the side, and now he's getting back very strong. Good job. Congratulations, Madadika. Oh, what's happening though? There's a slow car which is blocking, and the slow car this time it doesn't have the line is being turned on. So this actually this obstacle in the tracks. Madadika pacing up, and Rio Loho now is like on the 12th position with the McLaren. Is going to passing Audi Devanugraha. It's battling the it's a good movement. It's a very, very aggressive movement, trying to pass from the inside, as we can see here, getting on from unable to make it. One driver is getting out, so I think it's Audi Devanugraha getting out, but it's coming back strong. it's very almost again, guys. So it's very need to be very careful to coming back. But Paul Ricard is very, very interesting because it has a very unique track layout. I can say when driver is going on the track, it's very easy for it just to getting back on the track fast because it has no gravel at all. So there's a chance for driver is just going out wide, it's getting back strong because you're able to throttle to the maximum even. And I can say it's still a good movement, I guess. I'm not sure that it's being played. No, it's too wide here. Made Andika and Yoho. Oh my god. Oh, there's a battle, but Made Andika is now trying to blocking the Audi Devanugraha again. There's another battling happening. There's the three cars being competing. There's more than three cars, I guess. So the sections, the sector after the strike, the high-speed strike is always interesting because it's no matter how is the driver able to carry on as much speed as possible to like being pump your car on the next few corners. So when your car is having the most more carry on speed on before, I think it's going to be easy for you to pass another driver in the next few corners because it's actually giving you more pace if you're able to maximize the exit of the track successfully. So as you can see here, Devanugraha and Priyanata is trying to passing Made Andika again. So yeah, there's a battle between Devanugraha and Priyanata here, but Devanugraha has a drive-through penalty. Aulia Bafik, so Aulia from MBRGP is trying to pass the Devanugraha with the less than 0 seconds. And Vilho, you can see Made Andika, Devanugraha, and Ardiansa is having battle on the midfield. As we can see, guys, again, it's just some slight information that I know that Adrian is able to serve his lap successfully. Now he's getting on the third positions. But still, there's a battle again between Made Andika and Devanugraha on the straight. Made Andika is actually like getting not so wide starting point, and yes, Devanugraha is able to passing Made Andika from the inside. Made Andika is still trying to defend the Aulia Wafik Renata from the. Okay, I think it's going to be getting past again. I think there's I guess the traction of Made Andika car is not as good as before, and he's trying to be very, very careful, almost getting pulled from behind. Made Andika again getting such a sketchy situation here to getting past the multiple car at once. And our Devanugraha is trying to pass, but Madeka is getting very strong defense here. He don't want to really miss that kind of opportunity to getting on the top 10 of this race. And Devanugraha, even he is getting the drive to penalty, is still trying to passing Madeka. And Madeka now is the 12th position, guys. So yeah, I mean, it's a good fight for Madhanika and all the folks here, especially on the midfield. It's a very interesting to see how all drivers are trying to keep up the positions, and also to maximize all the track layout to getting as much carry on speed as possible. So Devanugraha getting drive through, Real Halls getting drive through, Davat is getting drive through, a lot of drivers getting drive through. What's happening? I know, guys. Maybe it's about the track limits, because with this track layout, I'm very I guess that most of the drivers are trying to get opportunity to have that kind of high speed on the side track, which is give you such a penalty. Gugun Wiranto with Mada Andika now was another. I can see that Mada Andika is getting a lot of spotlight here. So Mada Andika on the strike again, but he is from the inside. Gugun Wiranto is able to keep up the Ferrari. Even Mada Andika is getting upper hand here, but it's a slide streak. And of course, the racing line is slightly better from Gugun Wiranto, but Mada Andika is trying to defend the position from the inside. Again, from the inside, Mada Andika, but Gugun is trying to pass from the inside as well. And you can see here, it's a very good position from Gugun Wiranto. Passing over the inside, Madalika is getting wide here. Is switching back position. As you can see, the next corner is going to be interesting because it's going to be the left-hand corner. Madalika is battling with Gugun Wiranto, but Gugun is not able to make it. It's getting wide, and Gugun has carried on more speed here. Yeah, Madalika has to give up position to Gugun Wiranto. Okay, another good shout out to Madalika is trying to able to keep up and fighting off his pace. I guess. Again, guys, maybe Madalika is having such a less grip tractions of the car, so he is not able to play as aggressive as possible with such a high-speed corner like that. So Madalika, again, we can see he's on the 11th position now. Madalika is trying to still keep up with the positions. Renaldi Edo from Gayatri Sim Racing, and we can see Russell Reyes. He is we can see the replay here now with the who is it? Oh, pit exit. Okay, this is some highlights replay, which is with spotlight in the speed exit. Gugun Wiranto with Ardiansa going from the inside on the high speed long straight. I guess he is trying more brave by taking up from the inside. Ardiansa should have a better speed here because he's getting a better racing line, but it's not yet actually giving up position to Gugun Wiranto, which he thinks maybe carry on more speed or having like a better and optimum car conditions. Again, we can see Gugun Wiranto performs very well and is trying to pass going to the next corner, but the gap with the next driver is like 10 seconds, guys. So it's a lot for drivers to keeping up the position and all the time, all the pit lane has been served. So Mada Andika is now again going next way side with the RR Diansha. You can see Spiral drivers here. Mada Andika on another tracks corner is still having a good spread of, as we can see, guys, like the positions of the people just like coming up and down, so it's a pretty dynamic. So I can say that the track here the track here is pretty dynamic on how the switching back position for each of the driver is happening all the time. But there's a certain situation when there's Rianata is going to the 17 and now it's currently is going to battling with the Dapahadis maybe. Yeah. It's a less than 1 second gap. And there's a lot of battles happening actually with some drivers, but there's a lot of drivers on the backfield which is going to the pit and might be unable to complete the track, I guess. Rahul, Autoclass ID, Porsche, with a 5 seconds gap with the Irfan Rifianto, which is maybe it's difficult to catch up because it's just like the time is less than 10 minutes. It's half been 10, it's 5 minutes now. Billy Ebenhazer with the Balakwan from Philippines is trying to catch up and trying to maximize all the power he has for the last 5 minutes. So yeah, interesting guys. So we have a strong competitor here coming up, just coming to our weekly race, and is now currently is dominating the race, which is hopefully is give a strong motivations among Indonesian drivers to able to practice harder and able to keep up with the folks from the other country and to prepare for the any possible regional race that is possibly happen for the racing sim league on the upcoming months, I guess. I know there is some things, some event that's currently happening right now. So Billy Ebenhazer, 1 second and 4 answer, but it seems like it's very close. But on the overall score, it seems like the gap is more than 1 second. But see, going on the straight after the start. So the first corner, left-hander, Billy Ebenhazer is getting way more closer to the Al-Balakwan. And we can see here how actually Bentley able to perform against another Bentley. So there is a similar track, not sure about the setup, but especially with all the skills the driver has here, he's able to show off how he can compete against the people from different countries. Billy Ebenhazer, Balakwan is, yeah, it's very good here. And the gap I can see is a little bit increasing, but Billy Ebenhazer is able to make it. And it's always nice to see when the gap is less than 1 second. In this driver, he will have such a slipstream he can try to make use of. And this track against always becomes spotlight. And we can see here the gap is getting way more closer on the straight. Billy Ebenhazer is trying to carry on as much speed as possible. Now he's getting close and want to pass from the inside. Alawan, of course, doesn't want to give the opportunity for Billy Ebenhazer. Ebenhazer is trying to pass from the inside again, not giving it the position, getting a little bit off the track from the inside. Billy Ebenhazer is now trying to catch up as much, carry on speed as possible, going into the hairpin. And it's very good from Billy Ebenhazer, but Balakwan is still able to defend this very well. Let's see how actually this driver is going to perform. Yeah, no, another hairpin. Of course, with the hairpin, it's always about if you're able to oh, nice. It's about how you're able to brave enough to give such a pushing from the inside, or most people are saying it's a dive bomb movement. It's all about how you can precisely calculate how you want to have the athlete breaking point as possible from the inside. Well, also this is safe enough for both drivers to have to maintain that safe race, especially with less than 3 minutes. So it's about 2 laps that actually want to happen. And as you can see that there's a strong battle for the 4th position here. between Balaguer and Billy Hazer. Of course, it's the best interesting battle to watch in the last 2 minutes of the race. You can see Billy Hazer is still trying to keep up the gap. So currently it's having like 0.5 seconds for Billy Hazer to catch up on the straights. One of the several opportunities for them to passing again,
Right,
getting
man,
very
leaders
close
on the final lap.
from
Give
the
it a
very
go
short time. It seems that Billy Hazer have more carry-on speed, and now it's the matter of how brave both driver to get as much as possible on the high-speed corner. And we can see they have a very similar track and racing movement. And you can see here that Billy Hazer is still trying to give a much pressure for Balagunen. And Balagunen is of course want to give as much defense as possible on his first track, on his first race, on the Javasim weekly race. Billy Hazer 0.399 seconds trying to pass him again in the last corner, and with the two last corner here before the check flag is getting waved. On the hairpin, getting from the slightly inside, but very bad at the exit, I guess. Oh no, it's good at exit too as well, so trying to still able to keep up. No, it's an increasing gas, as can say that is now 0.5. But there's still slips him happening. Oh my god, Bilabasra is getting contact with the Balaguan. Not sure is there any mistake from Balaguan, which is like breaking very early, or Billy Hazer is actually breaking too late with some miscalculation here. As you can see, the carry-on speed so much. I think like Balaguan maybe like getting too slow
man,
on the
leaders on the final
corner,
lap.
so
Give it a
or
final
maybe
push.
even too as well, because it's just a night race and it's the last lap, I guess. So Balaguan maybe is like the tire condition. He is trying to make sure he is safe on the corner, so trying to have an early braking point just to make his car safe during the corner. But unfortunately, that man, that finish. Oh, it's a
Leaders
finish.
finished the race.
Congratulations for Russell Race, become the winner on this weekly race of Javasim. So congratulations for the first coming to our race, getting on the top position again. Thank you for coming. A very good solid performance. And second position with Muhammad Andri Aburiski from Gayatri Sim Racing. Congratulations. And Raneldi Edo for the third position. Now he's trying to still keep up. So there's a 1 lap gap, which is much, I guess. And behind the Raneldi Edo is actually Balaguan. There's a long a gap. Congratulations for Raneldi Edo for the third place. A solid performance. And going to the fourth is the last battle, last corner. So again, congratulations again for the Aldo Balaguan. And also thank you for coming to the race and following up by its competitor for the past few laps, Billy Hazer. Congratulations for the top 5 guys. So we have run the race, Mabrisky, Ronald Edo, Balaguan, and Billy Hazer. So coming on the 6th place, Ivan Rifianto from MGP, just passing with the one and the only Lexus. And Gugun Viranto, it's and Rahul first, and following up by Gugun Viranto by coming to the 7th position. So that is the race, guys. I think like some of the drivers already left the race or not, because I can see that race. And we can see I think some of the drivers are left. But again, congratulations again for the drivers. It's a very good job. And of course, it's very nice to see there's some new folks who's coming on the track to compete against people from Indonesia. So again, thank you all for watching. And thank you, Didit, for setting up all of this for us, to having fun here. And again, congratulations for all the finishers and all the podiumers, top 5, top 10s, and good luck on the upcoming race on the IRL. you again in the next race of Javasim. Don't forget to follow our Instagram on @javasim.id and check out our YouTube channel because we have some upcoming podcasts coming on everything. And also don't forget to join our community if you're not so in